Do you know who Paul Manafort is?
Is he a melanated person?
A what?
A melanated person.
No.
No, I don't know who he is.
Okay. So what do you know about the Russia investigation? We hit the streets in New York City to ask black folks what they think about it, as well as how it impacts them. What do you know so far about the Russia investigation into the 2016 election?
Nothing, Terrell.
Off the top of my head, I know that Russia might have had an interference with the winning of the election, no matter which way he seems to put it, as if, oh, he has no relation with them or he doesn't know what's going on. But I honestly feel like Russia had a part in it.
I don't know. There's a lot going on. I think there's a lot of unknown things. Russia definitely played a role in the election, I believe.
They messed with the votes by, I think it was messing with kind of like online and even like putting in fake advertisements and fake accounts and just different things to, I guess, meddle with the election.
I feel like he cheated the whole election, like he had them help him, basically.
Well, it's complicated. Robert Mueller's investigation is trying to determine if Donald Trump's campaign coordinated with the Kremlin to turn the outcome of the 2016 election in favor of Trump. U.S. intelligence agencies have concluded that the Kremlin used social media and other means to influence the election. Trump's associates have been interviewed, some have been convicted. That said, we're still learning the details.
Next question is, who is Paul Manafort?
Paul Manafort, I've heard his name. I don't know exactly who he is, but I've been hearing his name and there's like a huge investigation about him.
I'm not really too sure who that is.
I do not know that.
Paul Manafort is one of President Trump's former campaign managers. He is on trial in connection to special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into ties between the Kremlin and the Trump campaign.
What's the capital of Russia?
Moscow?
Correct.
I only know that because I just finished dealing with a Russian girl who made me remember that.
Do you know the capital of Russia?
Nah.
What is the capital of Russia?
Moscow?
Yes, Moscow is the capital of Russia.
As of now, has Donald Trump been charged with a crime in connection to the Russia investigation?
Not that I'm sure of.
Not yet.
Nope. Donald Trump hasn't been charged with a crime, even though we all think he should have by now.
Do you feel overwhelmed by Russia investigation coverage?
Yes, I do. I feel like it's just so much to kind of take in and you kind of just don't know what to believe at this point because there's a lot of, I guess, conflicting stories of what's going on.
Do you feel overwhelmed by the Russia investigation coverage?
No, if I may ask, how does it directly affect me as a black person?
I feel like it impacts the world as a whole, but mainly minorities in general, because it just leaves us like in limbo. Like not a lot of us even have the time to pay attention to things like that, to even really care about politics or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Right now I live in the Bronx and we just down right now. It's burning. So now we focus on just trying to build our own community rather than worrying about who's in Russia and who's dealing with Russia. It is a problem that a lot of us don't even really care about that, but it's also a problem that we're pushed into situations that make us not care about that.
Do you feel like the Russia investigation affects you at all as a black American?
Honestly, I feel like it does because, you know, they say your vote matters. They say you vote, your voice is heard. How if he still won? So I feel like ultimately he still had a bigger role to play. Russia had a bigger role to play because they didn't Hillary Clinton win a popular vote. So it's like, how you win a popular vote but don't win a presidential election? So I just feel like it's all just too suspect for me. It's just too suspect.
Oh, I mean, I think politics affects me as a person, and especially a person of color. So yes, of course. I mean, it affected our election. It affects how people perceive the media, and if we trust the media, if we trust each other, it affects what we're seeing on the internet, whether it's through Facebook or, I don't know, any outlet that people use to receive information.
The Mueller investigation is critical for one reason. If the Kremlin can influence the outcome of a U.S. election, what else are they or any other country capable of doing to us? Russia may seem like some faraway land that has nothing to do with us, and conversations about Russian-U.S. relations feel well above our heads. In reality, the consequences of foreign interference and the results of Mueller's investigation are already hitting very close to home.
What up, Moscow? Westside BX, that's what I'm repping. I'm not worried about none of that.